Hey guys, TrinityC here, coming at you with another video. We've been going over every single region and what we could see in a Legends game taking place in said region, and today in this video I wanted to go over Unova and what we could see in a Legends Unova game. I feel like Unova is probably at the top of the list right now as to regions people want to see explored in a Legends game, and that's because of the original dragon. Let's be real here, everyone wants to see what the original dragon was like. This uber powerful legendary Pokemon that is lost to time, and what better way to discover the original dragon for the first time than by exploring the Unova region in a Legends game taking place in the past. The easiest thing they could do here for a Pokemon Legends Unova is a Legends Unova game taking place in the past when the two twin brothers, the two kings, were ruling the Unova region. Obviously there's the whole mythological lore behind Unova, how it was founded and ruled by these twin heroes who shared the incredibly powerful legendary dragon, the original dragon, but then over time they disagreed on how they wanted to rule the region. One wanted to pursue ideals, the other wanted to pursue truth. So they had a big war, which obviously split the original dragon into three parts, being Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem. I feel like that would be the easiest or most logical way to explore the idea of the original dragon. Let's go back to the time when this conflict happened, when this dragon was actually ruling over the region, and we get to witness the conflict firsthand, and maybe we even get to choose sides. Maybe we get to choose the side of ideals or the side of truth, and we get to fight in the war. That'd be really cool to see. And then somehow throughout the game we get to actually obtain and fuse these three Pokemon together to create the original dragon. That is at all possible, and if this were to happen, I'd imagine we probably see more Pokemon introduced to the region of Unova, whether it be regional variants or brand new Pokemon entirely, similar to what we saw in Pokemon Legends Arceus. But another path they could also go down with this is a Legends Unova game taking place far into the future. Maybe there's a new evil organization in town, maybe it's Team Plasma's remnants, who knows, that finds the DNA splicers and says this is a great idea, a great invention to fuse Kyurem and Zekrom and Reshiram together respectively to create Black Kyurem and White Kyurem, but your calculation is a little bit off here. If you just adjust this and adjust that, you can actually use this tool to fuse all three together to recreate the original dragon. Maybe throughout the run of this future Legends Unova game, we're trying to track down and stop this evil organization from recreating the original dragon, but by the time of the climax of the game, we're too late and the original dragon is back, but it's under the evil team's control, wreaking havoc to the Unova region. That would also be a really cool way to explore the original dragon and the lore of this region. Between the two options, I think that I probably prefer the going back to the past route, because I feel like lore-wise and just region significance and just history of the region, it'd probably be the cooler option, because we actually could explore what it was like when Unova was ruled by two twin brothers, two kings that were ruling over the region with this original dragon at their helm, and we get to see this conflict unfold where one brother wants to run the region based on truths and one brother wants to run the region based on ideals, and the original dragon splits and we have this war that breaks out and we have to stop the war from happening. That'd be a really cool thing to be seeing, but also too, I think the future idea would work rather well as well, because it could add on to the lore of the Unova region by showing that, hey, there's a new organization in town and they actually perfected the DNA splicers from Black and White 2 and now can actually fuse Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem together to create the original dragon. Whatever path they decide to go down for a Legends Unova game, I think it's pretty clear that the original dragon is going to be explored in some capacity. I mean, I would imagine we'd be able to obtain it, but who knows, they could also pull a Legends Arceus situation on us here, where with Legends Arceus, I thought it was a lock that we'd see some new form of Arceus in that game, but we didn't get that. We just got Origin Form Dialga and Origin Form Palkia for those two legendaries and nothing for Arceus. They could very well do absolutely nothing with the original dragon and just create some version of Reshiram and Zekrom or a new form of Kyurem or something, but I feel like that'd be pretty lame given that they know everyone wants to see what the original dragon looks like and they know that the original dragon ties into the lore of this region, and what better way to re-explore Unova than to explore it with the original dragon in your party. And regardless of which way they decide to go with this game, I think we're going to see new regional variants in it, we're going to see brand new Pokemon within it, we're probably going to see new lines entirely in it. And one thing that I think has an outside shot of happening but probably won't happen is Mega Evolution. You might be saying to yourself, Trainer DC, why would we see Mega Evolution in the Unova region? Like, it's a Kalos thing. We've seen it in Kalos, we've seen it in Hoenn, we've seen it in Kanto, and we've seen it in Alola as well. why would they then bring it to Unova in a black and white remake or a black and white Legends game, a Legends Unova game? And the reason why I think there is a slim chance this might happen is because Mega Evolution is actually tied a bit to Unova more than you know. So basically, if you don't know, as a part of the Terra leak that happened years back, it was leaked to us that Mega Evolution was originally supposed to be introduced in Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 called Super Evolution. But then Game Freak scratched the idea entirely because of the negative backlash that Black and White received. They said, we can't create more new Pokemon in the Unova region, we have to focus on bringing old Pokemon back to Unova because that's the biggest criticism of the original Black and White. So they scrapped the idea of Super Evolution entirely and later revisited the idea in Pokemon X and Y, creating Mega Evolution. So it'd be rather cool to see that, hey, not only does this new evil team that's in the future, not only did they create the original dragon, this new DNA splicer that fuses them all together, but they actually created Mega Stones for a lot of Unova Pokemon, and we actually get to see Mega Evolution in the Unova region. I don't think this would happen, honestly. I really don't think they'd introduce Mega Evolution to Unova because it kind of feels like it would come out of left field, to be honest. But I feel like it'd be a nice tip of the hat, like, hey, this was originally supposed to be introduced in the original Black and White 2. It was obviously scrapped and later introduced in X and Y, but as a way to kind of honor our original plans for Black 2 and White 2, we're going to introduce Mega Evolution to Pokemon Legends Unova, taking place far into the future, because not only did this company, not only did this new evil team find a way to recreate the original dragon, but they also found a way to bring Mega Evolutions to the Unova region. Heck, maybe the original dragon is Mega Cura. Maybe when it's fused with Reshiram or Zekrom, it Mega evolves into the original dragons. We saw something very similar happen with Necrozma in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. When it's fused with either Lunala or Solgaleo respectively, it can Ultra Burst, which is essentially a Mega Evolution into Ultra Necrozma. So maybe they do something very similar, that if you have a Black Kyurem or a White Kyurem and they're holding the white or black orb respectively, they can then Mega evolve into the original dragon. So we don't have this uber powerful original dragon in our party at all times, but we can use it once per battle as a Mega Evolution or an Ultra Burst or some similar mechanic that is effectively the same thing. Because let's be real, I've said this before, Mega Evolution and Ultra Burst are the same mechanic. They just decided to call Ultra Necrozma instead of Mega Necrozma. So maybe they do something very similar with a Mega Evolved version of Black Kyurem or White Kyurem that creates the original dragon, but it's only a temporary form change. Anyways, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. What do you guys think about my ideas for a Legends Unova game? Do you prefer the idea of a Legends Unova taking place in the past, or do you prefer the idea of a Legends Unova taking place in the future? Would you like to see Mega Evolution make its way to the Unova region, or do you prefer that stays with Kalos, with Concha, with Alola and Hoenn respectively, and they decide to do something else entirely for a Pokemon Legends Unova? Let me know down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from Trainer DC. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.